Hello and welcome to today's live stream in high altitude investing. So Bitcoin just broke $2,700, you guys. That's awesome. It's very, very awesome. Excited about that. It's good to see that. I was actually expecting a little bit of a bear move down to 2,200, maybe 2,000 to come test support because it was moving up in this wedge shape. Thought we were going to fall off here, but we didn't. We broke right through support, so that's really good to see. And now we just broke previous resistance. Well, we're technically coming up to the wick in previous resistance here, but that's pretty awesome to see. We're going to let a couple more people come here. Yes, there's lots of altcoins starting to downtrend, so I am going to be doing some requests for analysis, you guys, live today. Actually, yeah, we'll start with Steam. Yeah, it's super fun to see this type of movement happening in crypto. Oops. So I did a little trade on Steam today, actually, from there to there. Alright, so we are pulling back a little bit here in Steam. Let's go ahead and look into a smaller time frame here. We have, I would consider, hold on, let me zoom out a little bit. I would consider this an official bottom in Steam though. Let me get this. Because we came out and we kind of false bottomed right here. And then we came below, and this looks to me like an actual bottom due to the increase in volume being very, very significant at that low. So that's why I'm very bullish on Steam. I have a trading view idea on, I'll just go ahead and open that actually. Ideas published. Here's a little Ethereum short that I posted on TradingView too, for anybody that's following along with me on that. Oh, and if you don't follow me on TradingView, actually, it's probably good for me to drop this here for you guys, because yeah, follow me on TradingView. You can get my ideas. I post trades that I do. I just kind of go over my analysis. You can see here. But yeah, that's that ETH short I was talking about, and here's that Steam long that I'm talking about. So yeah, I'm on the Steam boat myself. So yeah, it did pull back right to this support line, but I just think this is purely because fear of altcoins dropping hard because of Bitcoin, but I don't think that's going to happen. You guys have to remember that Bitcoin, when it starts to bloodbath alts, it's usually only for a small period of time, and it's usually right when Bitcoin starts to break out like this. So it's pretty normal, and I don't suspect any crazy pulling back except the stuff that I'm already expecting to pull back, like Ethereum and stuff like that. Oh, and one more thing about that Steam is, as you can see, when I was talking about false bottoms here, see how this kind of bottomed out like this and acted like it was starting to come up? Sometimes they can look like this here in Zcash. Zcash has been false bottoming for a long time now, actually. Here's the first false bottom, but that one was pretty obvious because it didn't really like make a real bottom formation. It just kind of hit support and pushed. But yeah, this technically could be a false bottom in Zcash, but I see a lot of volume, so it really depends on if that starts to drop off at all or not, the volume consistency. Okay, so let's go with Stellar and XMR since that's the first things that I saw. But yeah, no, I think that Steam is probably just pulling back to somewhere around here in this consolidation, because that's a very strong support at 005 or 0005. So yeah, pretty expected. There's also a ton of volume starting to pick in right here, so this is just panic selling. Like that's basically all this is panic selling. It's not anything to scare me out of a long position on Steam, so very long on that. Now XMR. now. Oh yeah, I'm still very bullish on XMR, you guys. We're just basically bouncing around in support and resistance here, but generally we're trending up, and look how much volume's picking up right here. I think that this is honestly, basically what's happening right now is there's a lot of panic selling in altcoins, but do not panic sell. Like, I don't think that these are going to start massive downtrends. I really don't. They could, but I highly doubt it. There's way too much money coming into this right now, and I think it's going to keep going into everything. It's just that when Bitcoin breaks an ascending triangle like that, or when Bitcoin breaks up like that hard, people are going to get scared to hold their altcoins, and that's what's happening. Is they're panicking, and you don't want to trade based on panic. You want to buy other people's panics. So we could see a lot of really excellent entry opportunities happening right here. I mean, even just XMR as we speak is bouncing you can see the price action here. When it came down to this point, instantly jumped back up to right here. So there's a lot of bullish price action, even though there's panic selling happening right now inside of XMR. Let's see here. We'll go with 12 hours. Come on. Somebody asked me the other day why I use 12-hour. And honestly, I don't know. Like, I use 1 day, I use 12-hour. It just like looks pretty good to me. So, yeah. And then I generally draw my Fibonacci from when the volume really starts to pick up here. So see how this move like really started to happen at this point. That's also where it breaks previous resistance. So generally, I like to pop my Fibonacci right there, and then go to the top. Cool. So basically what's happened is we just rejected this resistance, and now there's panic selling. But we're still in this very rounded shape. We're still very bullish, and I'm not scared of XMR dropping off right now. I don't think that we're going to have crazy panic selling or anything. This pump and dump, you can blame it on the fundamental that happened, which the developer basically said he was going to stream and announce something, I think was what was going down, and then didn't. And that's kind of what caused this pump and dump. But like, honestly, like, that could have happened without the stream. I don't know. I just try not to blame things too much on specifically the fundamental, because prices do crazy things whether there's fundamentals or not. So I try not to falsify with the fundamental, you know what I mean? Let's see here. So yeah, we're basically in a rounded bottoming right here on the top, and until we kind of break out of that rounded shape, so unless we kind of fell below this rounded shape, then I would be scared to hold XMR. I would be pretty scared to hold XMR, but right now I'm still holding it. So let's see, what's the other ones that you guys wanted right after XMR here? Omni. All right, we'll go with Omni. We have 107 viewers. Thank you guys so much for my roommates. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate that. Let's see here. Omni. Oh wow. There's some panic selling happening. Alright, so where does the volume come in? Where the volume bar comes in like right here, and it really starts to pick up right here. As you can see, the volume bar is the highest right here. So I'm gonna go with when it breaks that to draw my support and resistance lines. And then we'll go from another one in this bottom fib and see if we can line these fibs up. Line these fibs up. Cool. Now, yeah, this is gonna pull back a little bit harder in my eyes. We're falling below consolidation, so unless we bounce right off of this back on the upside, which is very possible, let's draw these fibs one other way real quick and make sure. Sometimes I like to double draw the fibs, because you never know if you aren't getting the right. Well, you do know, because when it bounces the most times off of the support and resistance, it's the most valid. So, but yeah, this actually looked like it was right to me. So I'm gonna go put that back. Yeah, no, I think we're probably going to fall to this 236 at 0158. But because this pumped very, very hard, I wouldn't be surprised if we could fall to the 382 too at 013. But I think we're going to catch support at one of these two Fibonacci retracements right here. And then we should have a bounce like back up to the 05 or like the 382, even if it pulls right back. Normally when things pump and dump this hard, you can kind of expect a push and a bounce off of that low pretty hard. And sometimes when I'm trading, that's actually what I look for is in an entry is a huge pump like this, and then for it to pull back to like the 786 or the 618 fib, somewhere right here, and then I can catch that bounce. Even though I sell right here really quickly, you know, you can catch that bounce from the action and volume from the pump and dump. So yeah, no, I think that we're coming down a little bit further here in Omni. Now let's do STR because that was the other one that I was talking about. You guys, I'm really long on Stellar and Ripple too, just so you know. Like I own both of them, so let's see here. Let's go with drawing these fibs. Well, when does the volume come in, folks? Right here. Volume comes in right there. Yeah, that's a 786. This is a really good entry opportunity because it has a high probability of bouncing off of this Fibonacci retracement. Okay, that's the lowest fib, and it has the highest chance of a bounce. So as you can see, the first time it came down and touched it right here, after the pump, that's that pump and dump I'm talking about, where you can enter right here at the 786 after a huge pump, and then catch that rebound back up to like the 382, and if it hits the 618, sometimes it rebounds to 236 right here. See these numbers right here on the left, if you guys are new to Fibonacci, these numbers right here on the left are basically percentages. So here's 0% and here's 100% down. And then that's why it's a retracement. That's why it goes from the top to the bottom, 0 to negative 100%, right? It retraces back. So that's why the Fibonacci is 0 to 1, 0 being the top. Now, basically, when you see these pump and dumps like this, and it comes down to that fib, they usually bounce up to one of these. So that's a trade setup that you can take off of that. But as far as where this direction is going, I really don't think that this is going to go lower than that Fibonacci retracement there. I bet you that we kind of come out of maybe a little bit of rounded bottom, or maybe we pump up to this and then come down like that, and then kind of make a rounded bottom shape out of this. But I think that we're going to pull up to previous resistance, form an ascending triangle, and break all-time highs. So that's what I'm thinking in Stellar. Oops, I just removed my indicators. Right click, remove all drawing tools, not indicators. I need to bring back volume now. You can bring back volume on coinigy.com. This is the platform I use for charting predominantly. There's a 30-day free trial if you're interested. Referral links in the description. Well, probably not on live stream. I don't think I have it on my live stream description. All right, let's see here. Volume. Yeah, there we go. Volume's important. Remember that. So yeah, no, I think we're going to break. I think that we're headed for new all-time highs in Stellar, bouncing off around the 14 and 13 Satoshi range, and it will probably take during this month of June, but I think we're going to form an ascending triangle here and break previous highs. So that's the official prediction from me here. So yeah, I think that we're going to kind of break an ascending triangle formation and pull up here. In which case we could see a little bit of pullback one more time to that 1200 range. But that would be the lowest I possibly see Stellar going. I mean, it could go lower, but honestly, it's very, very unlikely. So that's what I'm seeing here. LTC and XRP, great ones. XRP is very correlated in price to Stellar too. So if you guys don't know that, then if you want to be comparing prices with Coinigy and TradingView, you can just go ahead and click right here, compare or add symbol, And you can compare, like, if we throw Bitcoin on top of this, United States dollar Bitcoin. See, you can see this in the background and see how they're correlated. How the Litecoin pump was just a little bit before this Bitcoin pump here and stuff like that, you know. Oh, yay. Hey, speaking of Bitcoin, it looks like we did. Oh, well, I guess this is a moving average line, so we're still up at that resistance area. But yeah, so Stellar and Ripple are correlated, and Litecoin looks good, you guys. There's a lot of, you know, basically what I'm telling you guys is don't panic sell right now because Bitcoin's going up overall in market capitalization. That's what I warn you against, is panic selling because of Bitcoin, because it's going to look like Bitcoin's going to steal all the value, and then Bitcoin's going to go up and maybe, you know, make altcoins go down. I don't think they're going to go any lower than these fibs, honestly. And when it does do that formation and Bitcoin hits the top, where do you think the money's going to go when Bitcoin pulls back? You know, like, the money has to go somewhere, and I bet you a majority comes into altcoins, and we see a bunch of pumping still. So, oh yeah, we're on the 618 Fibonacci. Again, these numbers on the side, that's 61.8% down from here. Okay. Now, we are kind of just bouncing off of this support very nicely here. We do have some rejection candles out of these highs, so it wouldn't surprise me if we come down to support in this range. Let's double up this fib here. I'm going to draw a fib here and pull it up into this area here until these lines are good. Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm just lining up my Fibonacci so they overlay each other. See how that now is resistance, resistance, and this is now support. So we could very well fall onto this support area again. Very well, I don't know why I said that. Very well fall onto the support area here at just below 0.01. But that's, again, the lowest I see this happening as far as the downtrend goes. Most stuff looks very bullish. We're coming out of this. We're still in a pitchfork on Litecoin. And it wouldn't surprise me if we go bullish from here and maybe form a little ascending triangle similar to the one that's been forming in the other coins. So yes, bullish on Litecoin. Don't really expect it to pull back much more. And if it does, here's the lowest at 0.0096. And I do suspect it to break up to at least the 382 during this month. So that would be 0.1525 Bitcoin per Litecoin. All right. Is Bitcoin going to double top right here? That's the real question. Let's go look at it. Sounds like there's some interesting stuff happening in Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, I did think that it was going to pull back, and so if we don't break resistance, it's very, very well we could pull back in Bitcoin. It just looked like it did not want to break, did not want to pull back from that resistance. Let's go check it out again. Ooh. That is very, very steep, you guys. Nice. Nice, nice. If we pull back from Bitcoin here, I'll be very, very, very surprised. I don't think that we're going to make a double top formation that looks that perfect, right? Like just a V upside down right there. Yeah, no, that's very unlikely to me at looking at this chart. No, I bet that we break resistance here still in Bitcoin, you guys. That's too much upward momentum. Way too much upward momentum. I mean, look at this rejection wick. Like, when people panic sold, it was just like, nope, not any lower. And it just pulled back way hard. Every time people panic sell, Bitcoin goes up. I told people to buy right here, and I told people to buy right here, And I remember telling people to buy right here. And I also told people to buy right here based on this big accumulation pattern. So I've been basically calling the lows in Bitcoin and buying them since the start here. And well, since I got into it in 2015. Now, what I'm seeing here is this was just a panic sell. Now, I was kind of expecting most of the time when we panic sell in Bitcoin, we have a secondary panic sell. So that's where I was thinking when I was expecting panic selling to happen right here in this little wedge shape, and then for trending to continue. Because I think outcome 2 is happening, you guys. Let's go look at this. And by outcome 2, here's my Bitcoin trading view chart. And I suspected that it either made an inverse head and shoulders formation, falling off of support very hard here, or resistance very hard, catching support at 13, or outcome 2 to do what it did, which is pull the 18 and go up. And we pulled the 18 and we're back up right now. So if we can break this resistance, that will be very, very interesting. I think that we will head to around a $5,000 Bitcoin, as crazy as it sounds. So, you know, at which case I would sell out and look to be buying in a dip. So, and by dip, I would probably look for a big dip that time. I wouldn't be trying to catch one of these little dips like I've been buying on. So yeah, let's go check the live dashboard. DGDB. I said D. Ravenous, how's it going? God, Taye. I can't pronounce a lot of you guys' names, but thank you guys so much for all the support. Hey, Cheap Dots, welcome. Welcome. That's a man right there. Good moderator and admin. DGB. Yeah, let's go ahead and check that out. No, yeah, if Bitcoin rejects here, I'll be very surprised. So, DGB. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. No, yeah, this one needs to pull back more, you guys. This has gone very, very parabolic here. Let's go ahead and check this. Well, let's go ahead and go into a smaller time frame too, because we want to look at multiple areas of consolidation, right? No, yeah, this has begun a bear move. Okay. Now I can define this because we have a descending triangle formation and a break, okay? And then we have a bull trap back up here, and then a break. And then we also have a very significant parabolic move. And so in DGB, I suspect a pullback to similar areas where we broke at around 1,100 Satoshis. So if you own some and you don't want to take a huge loss, and you want to be looking to re-enter, you might want to sell some DGB. I don't see this going back up from here. So again, that descending triangle, a bull trap, which just basically tricks people that it's going to keep going up so the sellers can sell out one more time in this nice consolidation period. But this is the same shape that Ripple made before it pulled back. Stellar, they all make this nice shape here. So I expect a pullback in DGB to the 618 Fibonacci at about 1,000 Satoshi, and that's my call. All right, next one, Saya coin. Yeah, we'll go with Saya because it's popping. Lots of people want to know about Saya coin. Same thing, guys. This is exactly the same thing that's happening. Basically, this descending triangle formation here, where you see bearish action, the break in the triangle, a bull trap, and then the pullback to the support areas, probably at about 400 Satoshi. So that's what I'm expecting in Saya coin. So again, if you don't want to take a big loss, I'd be getting out of Saya coin, personally. So yeah, that's interesting. This one actually didn't go nearly as high off of this ascending triangle, which surprises me. So normally when you see this formation, I'll go ahead and point this out here. Normally when I see these formations like this is called an ascending triangle formation, you guys. Basically, you can go like this, and then when prices break above the triangle, they should move an equal to the size of the triangle, which would be a pretty big pump here, right? That would be a pretty big pump here. And hey, maybe we're still in that. Let's check this. I may have been falsifying that top. I'm going to draw support and resistance. So basically what I'm checking here is to see if the pump move is over. I'm just getting a determination of whether that pump move is over. I'm going to go click from the support. Go back to here. Oops. I need to drag this over and pull down so I can see. There we go. That's probably a little bit more realistic. All right, now what I just did is I extended my Fibonacci out and then found the areas in which it was valid. That's a useful little tool you can do. Oh yeah, no, I'm still bullish on Coin, you guys. I falsified that. I apologize. This isn't a top formation here. That's not nearly a big enough descending triangle. I apologize for that. Let's see here. No, yeah, this is landing on support in my eyes, and we're still inside of this ascending triangle, and I suspect a move back up to the around 1,000 Satoshi, right about 900 move. Again, sorry about that. Sometimes you look at stuff and determine it a little bit too quickly. Happens to the best of us. All right. Yeah, we'll go with XEM. I love doing these streams, you guys. I really do. I'm going to be trying to do them as much as possible, especially as we come into this big pump that's coming in my eyes, where I'm going to want to be streaming a lot of this. So I'm excited for that, really excited. So excited to stay up all night and drink caffeine, even though I normally don't. Let's see here. When the pumps happen, it is seriously like a party over at my place. Like, I have a couple of my buddies come over, and then we just stay up all night trading. It's really, really fun. Oh, I'm very long on new economy movement, though I do suspect a pullback to this support area again at about 5,000 Satoshi. I just don't see that this trend is over. It's very, very, very parabolic, and we did double top right here, but it doesn't look like in my eyes, this market's bull move is still valid as long as we can catch support around here, so that we don't break too far out of this. Let me explain that a little bit better if I can here. Basically, this moved very, very, very quickly, very high. This is what parabolic means, is when you have it exponentially increasing in the amount of value that it increases in a given period of time. See how that exponentially gets quicker at moving? That's obviously how markets move, and it's called a parabolic move. And it can be parabolic on the upside or the downside. And right now we're very bearish in new economy movement. Like, there's descending resistance. Do you see how resistance keeps descending down further? We're on this support, but it's descending pretty hard, and I think that we will fall below this support in new economy movement. Though I will say that I don't suspect it to fall much lower than the 618 Fibonacci right here. This is actually my target for an entry on a new economy movement again, is 5,800 Satoshi. So that's my current thoughts on them right now. Thanks for the suggestion. All right, let's go check another one. Redcoin. Yes, username already taken. I will do Redcoin. Red. How do I do Redcoin? Anyways, I'm just gonna be able to do a couple more charts here, and then I better go because I'm extremely hungry. Stomach's growling at me right now, but I'm gonna push through this and do a few more charts for you guys. Red, come on, red. Oh, RDD, that's why I couldn't find the symbol. CoinMarketCap.com is a pretty good way to find symbols, you guys. This has to be on BitterX, cool. I pick BitterX because it at least has a little bit more volume than like YoBit, and volume gives you more accurate data for analysis. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, we're pulling back to this range here. So we go from when the move happened, the volume really picked up right here, but this is where the break happens. We just landed on the 382, and we're headed for the 618. So I expect a pullback to about 65 Satoshi in Redcoin. Or wait, hold on. I want to make sure, because this looks very similar to Saya. I could have just double falsified this. That would be embarrassing. Let's try this one more time here. Yeah, that'd be pretty embarrassing. Yeah, I did. I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't see that ascending triangle. But hey, there you go. There you go. Yeah, we're going to go back up on Redcoin. That's a pretty good entry, actually. Huge cup and handle formation. It's going to catch support, and then we're going to break to, so if I draw support from here to here, and then I can do the Fibonacci. And it's really easy to see how big the move is going to go because you just draw the Fibonacci, and then you line those up right here. There we go. And that's exactly double the size. So we can expect Redcoin to come up into this range for selling between 166 and 187. Again, I just saw this ascending triangle formation. It's pretty easy to see these because they bounce up, they bounce back down, make this triangle shape that you look for, and then they want to break early in the triangle. That's super important. And then they always have a 50% chance of pulling back to where they broke out of, and that's what's happening right here. That's why we see this panic selling, is they have a 50% chance to pull back to where they broke out of before they continue on their trend. So Redcoin will hit around 180 and in the next coming little while here off this ascending triangle formation. These have pretty good accuracy, so I recommend looking for them, especially if you're going to be trading altcoins, because they pop up all the time and they're super good for trading. So all right, there's your Redcoin analysis. The peoples want XRP. Well heard. Yes, XRP is my biggest position right now, you guys. So just so you know. All right. Boom. Cool. Now let's go again. Awesome. And now let's go one more for good measure. All right. Now that's a lot of Fibonacci. Yay. You can use this. You guys, when you're drawing and you're doing technical analysis, have fun, honestly. Have fun. Look for things that react. Don't make it too complicated. Don't stress yourself out. Like, it's basically just drawing. Like, these markets make these lines, and if you can see the geometrical outcome, you'll start to catch on to different things you notice to see when the prices go different ways. So don't be overwhelmed by the amount of tools that you guys have to use. Just stick to them, play with them, see what ones do different things. And when you want to draw a new tool, if you want to try a new tool, just click it, draw it, and then try to find areas that you can put it where there's lots of reaction, right? Where it's valid, basically. So areas where the candlesticks bounce. Because basically when you're doing technical analysis, you're looking for support and resistance, and there's lots of different ways to find that. Fibonacci's my favorite. I have been playing around with like fib circles and stuff a little bit lately, just for fun. Again, have fun when you're doing it, because when you stress yourself out, you probably won't make the best technical analysis anyways. Alrighty. Come on. Basically, I'm drawing the consolidation triangle. Now we're consolidating. What consolidation is when you move sideways like this, when you're bouncing sideways, and there's not a lot of direction. It's not trending any real direction. That's consolidation. It's in a zone that it's bouncing off of, and that's what we're inside of on Ripple right now. And this is actually the perfect time to be buying. So the perfect time to be buying is right now in XRP. I've been buying it. I've been buying it in the dips here. I bought some like right here, and I've been buying some right here. And I'm probably not going to add any more to my position because I have those 2 entries right there and there. But right now is a good time to be buying Ripple. A really good time to be buying Ripple. And I still see this breaking previous all-time highs. So that's my prediction on Ripple, is that we'll bounce off of this support at 10,000 Satoshis very hard, come out of this consolidation, probably break consolidation pretty hard, come up to around this 236 at 20K, maybe pull back to 05. Sometimes there's a little pullback, and then when we hit the ascending triangle formation again, we should pull back and pull back like that with the 50% chance like that, because this would be another big ascending triangle formation that happened in Ripple if we break right here. I have too much Fibonacci. Let me delete some of these. Sorry. So here's this. So yeah, so that triangle shape that I was talking about. Yeah, we're bottoming on that right now. And so if this makes a pattern similar to the way red coin was, remember how red coin, and how I saw it up here and I was like, oh, it's pulling back, and then I was like, oh yeah, no, it's just doing the 50% bounce off these ascending triangles. Well, that's exactly what Ripple I think that's exactly what Ripple is doing right now, is making ascending triangle formation, and we're just barely getting to bounce off the bottom. So this is the perfect entry in Ripple. So cool. Let's see here. Oh, and Jaleo. I actually didn't smoke today, funny enough. Let's see. Steam. GNT, okay. GNT. Sitting here doing a technical analysis on a Monday night. I'm starving. Oh, the life of Dallin. Okay, now. Oh, hey. Hey. Let's get that red day out of here. Oh, that's because we're on BitterX. No wonder. Yeah, you guys, go to the exchange with the most volume. It's very important to have volume, because if you don't see the volume, then there can be fake wicks and all kinds of issues that start to happen. So yeah. Okay. Awesome. I expect a pullback to this support range at about 14K. The reason for that is because a lot of times on these breakout patterns, I have seen personally that we kind of break up like this. This happened in Nexium too. We kind of break up like this. We kind of look pretty good right here. and then generally we pull back around to like right here somewhere, right? Somewhere in this range. And it's just because it's the first breakout, and so there's still sellers in the market. Because anybody that bought and is bag holding right now on GNT is looking to get out at a good price. So as the price goes back up for the first time, generally on breakouts you have a little bit more of a sell-off before it goes parabolic. So I do expect some selling off to happen here in GNT, probably around to the 13K range. But overall, this market is bullish and it's breaking out. So long term, this should be a great buy hold. Cool. All right, we'll do two more and call it Mac. XVG and ETC. Let's go with that. And if you guys are looking for my Bitcoin predictions, it's on my TradingView. Again, go follow me, Dallin_Anderson on TradingView. Oh, and huge shout out, because the other day I became one of the top traders on TradingView, top 5 for the day, and that was like a milestone for me, and I couldn't have done it without you guys. So thank you so much for anybody that follows me on TradingView. I really appreciate that support. It made my day when I saw that. So I got into this, and when I first got into this, I was overwhelmed personally. I thought I could never be that type of a trader that knew how to do all the technical analysis and knew how to make the calls. I was really overwhelmed and scared, and to think back and see how far I've come now, and to be, making the top 5 for a day like that, like it's an amazing thing, and I'm so happy to be part of it. It's a great movement. There's lots of love in the crypto world. It's awesome. So yeah, that's my GNT prediction. Now let's check out this XVG prediction. Oh wow, this one's pulling back. Wait, let's see here. Let's do some analysis on XVG. Right, currently it's pulling back. We do have this very far wick, so that means it pulled back pretty hard when it did recently. Maybe 30-minute time frame would be better. Yeah, I wouldn't be trading this one. This one broke out of that ascending triangle that I talked about right here, and it just finished its ascending triangle because it did its equal move, and so this one's pulling back. Normally when they pull back, you can expect it to break from the volume down to the 786 or the 618. So I would expect this coin to be pulling back to around 109. It's possible it catches at 138 Satoshi. And if you don't know, Satoshi is the smallest fraction of a Bitcoin. If it hits 138 Satoshi and bounces, it could, but it's more likely, I should say, that we pull back to this 786 Fibonacci on Redcoin. So that's my current analysis here. It'll probably make a little bull trap here. We'll probably see like it kind of consolidate and then break out, kind of like how Ethereum made its bull trap when I told people to short on my TradingView. We'll go look at that real quick. Right here, this little bull trap, here's the move. We'll make Bitcoin invisible here. Here's the move, and then here's the pullback, and here's the bull trap. This is tricking people that it's going to keep going up, okay? And so that's where I entered my short position on Ethereum. Awesome. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing right now in XVG is that ascending triangle breakout. So this one's done pumping basically for a minute. Now I still see another parabolic move because these double tops are the same ones that are happening in XRP like that, and XRP's headed up again. And this is the same thing that's happening in all of these markets. We're having similar formations in all of them, just at different times. It's cool. Let's see. Where is what was the other one, you guys? ETC, that's what it was. Man, these live streams are getting better every time. Like, so many people starting to come to them. It's awesome. Cool. Talk about panic selling. Everybody's scared. Been there. Trust me, I panic sold my fair share a lot, especially when I first started. I chased and I panic sold all the time when I first started. So chasing coins is if you buy something just and then chase it to go up and just like don't have a plan, right? You have to have a trading plan, have a spot that you're going to sell if you're wrong or if you're right, so you never get stuck holding something. Let's see here. We'll just go with this bottom here. Oh, so we're bouncing down to the 382. This one, I think that we'll see more bullish movement happen in ETC. We have had this little 45 degree inverse pump here where you just have like that little square thingy that happens. I see this a lot actually in breakouts, and normally when they break out like that, they come down and kind of make like a flag shape like that, and then they kind of go back up from there. So that's the way that I see this happening in ETC, is that we're going to catch support right where we're at, about at 0068. So still very bullish on ETC and a great coin. I like this one a lot actually personally, but it's a heated subject. A lot of people in Ethereum and stuff. It's funny. And trust me, like I like both projects. I just like ETC more. But yeah, I've been trading ETC quite a bit. Here's some trading I did back here. But very good one. And yeah, just to finish a few things up right here. Basically, go follow me on TradingView, Dallin_Anderson. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter too if you guys want updates and posts. Like just the other day, I posted when I bought more XRP, and I post when I'm streaming, and I do little polls where you guys can vote for what direction you think stuff is going. So it's just a good little way for you guys to stay updated. At High Altitude INV on Twitter. You guys can check out my Discord chat too. It's a great way to get to know the community a little bit better. There's always lots of people in here. Let's go to the cryptocurrency tab. There's always lots of people in here. Right now there is 155 members and over 41 VIP members online and moderators. So I have this server. I'll go ahead and drop the invite link in the I said this link to never expire. I'll go ahead and drop this invite link in the live chat for you guys. Awesome. Now you guys can go ahead and click on that if you want to join the Discord. But yeah, everything is this is just natural market movement, guys. Don't get too scared. Try not to trade on emotion anyways, because you should have a plan of how you're going to determine a buy, where you're going to sell if you're wrong, and where you're going to sell if you're right. Because then you don't panic. Then you don't panic sell. Then you don't sell because it's going down. You sell because you had a spot that you planned to sell if you're wrong, right? So the way that works, you can use risk to reward. I'll quickly explain that real fast here. So if you click right here, then you could just set your spot that you're looking to sell and set your spot that you're looking to sell. So if I bought right now in ETC, I might do a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. So I'm trying to make 3 times more than I'm willing to lose. And I'm trying to buy right here, which is this point at 006168. Not actually doing this trade, just so you guys know. But if I were to buy right here on this trade, which I do think it's going to go up from here, like I was showing how that flag formation, I think this is going to pump from here. So you totally could. I just don't have extra capital to right this second in the exchange account. So you could buy right here, and then you could sell right here, or you could sell right here if you're wrong. And then that way if it starts going down like really fast, you don't panic. You have a plan, right? You have a plan. And your plan is to sell if it hits here, and you take your loss and you're okay with it, and you tell yourself, I like to just, keep a very positive, try not to beat myself up too much, and keep the emotion out of it. because if you start getting too attached to the outcome and you start trading emotionally and you hate yourself when you're wrong, then you're never going to get good, because a lot of it's attitude. I'll tell you that. A lot of it is attitude. So yeah, definitely have a plan when you're trading this type of stuff. And also disclaimer, it's very volatile, so you guys are responsible for you guys' decisions in trading. This is just my views of the market. Awesome. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I want to go over except general coin market cap, so we'll hop over there real quick, because why not? My stomach stopped growling for a second, so oh, we are about to hit that 100 billion mark. 96,868,219,938 in the cryptocurrency space. Shout out. Really. 24-hour volume, $3,262,742,573. Bitcoin dominance is down below 50% at 45.7%. Bitcoin is up almost 20% today with over $1.4 billion in volume. Ethereum's at $248 with 452,199,000. Ripple's at just under 100 million in volume, and I see that picking up, as I see this as being a very good entry. If you're interested in getting into Ripple, buy some. New Economy Movement is at 24 million in volume, 376,022 cents. If we go by highest volume, we see that Litecoin, Ripple, Digibyte, Ethereum Classic, Dogecoin, and Siacoin are our top in volume, along with Tether right below that. Another thing about Tether I find interesting is we're starting to see movement in Tether. Pay attention to this. $1.03. I saw Tether go below $1 when Bitcoin was really, really moving. And that's interesting that Tether is moving in value against the dollar. Like, I've never seen that type of stuff really happen until recently. So there's some interesting things going on in these markets, and this is definitely something that I'm going to be researching more, is this Tether correlation that's beginning to happen. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in today's video. Or live stream. I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to go over. If you guys if you guys have any questions or just want to come ask some people stuff, like I said, my Discord chat is a great way to find a lot of other people interested in doing this, and you can meet them in here and to talk with them, and it's just a great place to learn. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and yeah, that's today's live stream. So as always, stay profitable, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you.